personally think, regardless of who gets first in Group B, they will not pick Cloud9 just because of that. Like, it's too risky. They have like these explosive strats. They 60-node IG that kind of speaks for itself. They're extremely good, and they can be like day and night. So you never know what you're going to get. Whereas with Complexity, it feels a lot more stable. They have some different picks, but if you do your homework, you probably know the kind of strategy you're going against.
All right. Yeah. I mean, just some interesting questions to think about. And I do believe there is still a possibility that EG doesn't finish. If they lose in this one and some other results happen, they may not even end up in the top 2. And at this point, I'm just saying some other results happen. We'll look at the notebook of all answers here.
I mean, it's just for sure they could take number 1 if they obviously do beat CDEC 2-0. And then CDEC just at most tie with eHome, which I think we already discussed. I remember reading up there is a possibility for EG to go all the way to get down to the lower bracket. I don't know if that circumstances
to lower bracket.
No, there was starting today.
Okay.
Like it might have already been thwarted with the results that have already happened.
Oh, at the start, I do believe.
At the start,
yeah.
So, but that might have changed.
I think they can still go down below second seed.
Yeah, and that's actually. That's really important to keep in mind because then all of a sudden there's a lot more on the line for this game than I said originally, where it's just like. You could beat CDEC, but you might still not get first, so how much is really on the line? But if there's a risk of you dropping down to third, you would probably meet Secret in the first round, because LGD would not pick you. So
I don't think anyone
a very unattractive matchup, I think, for the first round, the winner bracket for EG. So with that in mind, I do believe a draw is enough to secure them top 2.
I think you have
100%.
To lose to CDEC to have that risk happen.
Yes, they would definitely be at least looking for the draw then. And that could mean that should they lose their first game, they might burn a strat in the second one, because they're like, it's actually really important we don't meet Secret round 1 of the winners bracket. So. On the other hand, they have really good experience, or they have a lot of experience playing against Secret. I think they've lost the last few matchups, but they've beaten them historically. I think PPD is the kind of captain who goes into every matchup with confidence. He does his homework, and he's like, if we're going to win the tournament, we need to beat every team, right?
That's very true.
In a way. So maybe you could just start out with a hard matchup against Secret.
Yeah,
because they don't aim for top 6. Like that's not the level of ambition for EG. That's all the way. They want to go first.
Yeah. So if you're going to have to face them, maybe just try facing them there, and if you win, that's done and done. Go on, maybe all the way to the final for EG. And all of this happens next week. At the main event, going into the key arena, and as we were discussing, I mean that the first match of the winners bracket determines whether you get 6 figures or another 0 added behind, getting $1 million and a little bit extra for your pocket change. That's a big deal.
$150,000 of pocket change.
I mean, once you win $1 million, I feel like I haven't been there yet, but I'll let you guys know if I ever achieve that status. I'll let you guys know how it feels. That's really exciting. What do you expect at the key arena, right? We've had several TIs in the past. You guys have been there in the past. But to be there where that's actually the difference you see in the very first round of matches, that's going to be pretty exciting. Of course, nervous for the players, but absolutely crazy for the audience and